Hello friends, so today we're going to talk about the Motorola Edge S 5G smartphone. On the evening of January 26th, Motorola officially released its new machine Motorola Edge S after holding a new product launch in China, whose biggest feature is a world premiere of Qualcomm Snapdragon 870. This phone was released in China on 26 January and is expected to launch in India soon. In terms of running score, Motorola announced the Edge S Antutu running score, which are as follows over here. These are the including the CPU score and the GPU scores, and the overall performance is improved over the Snapdragon 865 by 16%. Besides, the Moto Edge S phone also uses Turbo LPDDR5 memory, which is 75% faster and can also expand the virtual memory. In terms of flash memory, the Edge S phone also uses the Turbo UFS 3.1 flash memory, which improves throughput performance by 25%, high speed read and writes up to 700 MB, and also supports the expansion of up to 1 TB high speed SD card. And if this phone launches at the price of 22,500, which is expected, then it will be a flagship killer phone, which is pretty awesome. So this phone supports 5G under 25,000, which is a great deal, and its dimensions are 168.4 by 74 by 9.7 mm, and it's weighted 250 grams, which is a bit heavy, but I think is manageable. And it supports a hybrid SIM slot and is splash resistant. The display type is IPS LCD 90Hz. It goes up to 560 nits of peak brightness, and its size is 6.7 inches, and which is 84.1 screen to body ratio, and its resolution is 1080 by 2520 pixels, 21:9 aspect ratio, which makes it a pretty long phone compared to the standard 20:9 ratio. It comes out of the box Android 11. The chipset is Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 5G 7nm processor, which is a flagship processor, the successor to the 865 series. So it will give you great performance if you choose this smartphone. The GPU is Adreno 650. Phone comes with 128GB 6GB RAM, or 128GB 8GB RAM, or 256GB 8GB RAM, and it supports UFS 3.1 storage. The main camera is 64 megapixels of 1.7 focal length, or the aperture you can say, and 16 megapixel ultra wide lens, and 2 megapixel depth sensor, and a TOF 3D lens. The features are dual LED flash, panorama, HDR. Video recording capabilities are 6K at 30 frames per second, and 6K is a big deal at this price. And at this price you won't even get 4K 60 fps, and now you're getting 6K 30 fps, which is a big deal in a smartphone as of now. So it supports 6K 30 fps, 4K 30/60 fps, 1080p 30/60 fps video recording. Selfie camera is 16 megapixel main lens and an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, and its features are HDR, and video recording is on the front camera is 1080p at 30 frames per second. It has a loudspeaker, yes, 3.5mm jack, yes. These are all the features of Wi-Fi, the dual band Wi-Fi direct hotspot. Bluetooth technology is 5.1, which is the latest, so no problem there. GPS is available, NFC is available, and nowadays no one needs radio, so it supports USB Type-C 2.0 charging, which is universal, and it's good to see it over here. Sensors are a fingerprint sensor, which is side mounted on the power on and off button, accelerometer, gyro, proximity sensor, and a compass. The battery is of 5000 mAh, non-removable, and the charging technology is fast charging 20 watts, which is okay at this price. The colors which it is available in are blue and silver. Okay, so the main pros of this smartphone is that it has a flagship processor, which is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 5G, which is a very powerful processor and will handle anything you throw on it. Another nice feature was 90 Hz display, and the price of the smartphone is expected to be 22,500, and at this price I think it's a killer smartphone. And another nice thing I saw was 6K at 30 frames per second, which is, I mean, incredible on a smartphone. It's not even available on like high grade cameras. I think 6K video recording, so you are seeing it on a phone. That's a big deal. And it supports Bluetooth 5.1, which is nice to see. These were all the nice things about the smartphone, which are the pros. And now I'll talk about the cons of the smartphone. The cons are that this phone supports IPS LCD display, which is pretty outdated nowadays. I mean, AMOLED is the standard which Samsung offers in every smartphone, and I would always prefer AMOLED display over 90 Hz panel. And another con, I suppose, would be its weight. The phone is a bit heavy to hold in the hand, but I think you could compromise on the weight. And another bad thing I saw was the aspect ratio of this smartphone, which is 21:9 ratio, which is not a standard ratio. It means that the phone will be a bit longer. And these were all the cons of the smartphone. Guys, please subscribe to this channel and like the video if you found it informative, and please tell us in the comment section that how you found this phone, and is it a good value for you or not. Thank you for watching.